Hello, my name is Jeanette, and this is my first video, so please bear with me. I am going to show everyone how to install the mechanism that makes a Lazy Susan. Now bear with me, this item is kind of a rough looking Lazy Susan. It's actually the base to something that stands up quite tall, will hold pictures, and will spin around. But inside of here, you can see my Lazy Susan is not quite attached yet. So I am going to show you how to get this attached with both of the boards working in between them. Now this item is the Lazy Susan. I got it at Home Depot. It was under $6. It did come with instructions, but I sat and read those instructions several different times and could not quite get what they were trying to tell me to do. So I went back to the way that I've always done them before. Anyway, this is my base, so I want to attach this to my base first. And that goes, the reason my recording keeps coming down, and I don't know if it's because I'm not speaking loud enough or what the problem is, but we'll see. Anyway, first thing you want to do is find the center. So you want to measure this square. I've got 17 and a half that way, hopefully 17 and a half that way. So in that, I mark at my 8 3/4 location. I put my little X going both directions there, so I know that's my center. Now I've got to find the center of this. This is exactly a 6-inch square. So I've put little marks on here at my 3-inch part on this, just with a pencil, marks on it just fine. Then I also, while I was at it, just to be extra sure, I also put my 8 3/4 marks further out on my piece. Just marked each one of them right there so that I know. Now with a big ruler, I'm going to happen to use my square just because it's the biggest ruler I have. I'm going to center and make sure I line everything up. My marks on there, and my marks out to the side, my mark in the center, and then each mark on here. After I get that, I will line it up this way and do the same. I've already made my marks so I know where they are. So play with it a little bit, make sure you've got it centered. Then you will take your Lazy Susan, hold it steady, turn it slightly so that you can find the holes for this bottom portion. Mine, I haven't placed it here exactly, and that's where mine are. Okay, and then take your pencil and mark each one of these. Okay, after you've got them marked, go ahead and pre-drill a little hole. One, sorry about the sound. We're just going to tap just a little bit. This is just MDF board. It's medium density fiber board. So it's pretty soft and pretty easy to work with. Now go ahead and screw these in. I am not going to use my drill on that. I'm just going to screw these in very quickly with a screwdriver. Shouldn't be anything too hard. In fact, to save time, I might just do 2 and progress to the top then. Make sure I got that in. Now before we do the top and how we're going to manage to screw the screws, which basically will have to come up underneath and into the underside of my board here. So what we need to do is take these and put it on a diamond shape, mark the location of the top holes, turn it back using a paddle drive, one of these. I keep calling them paddle drive. I don't think that's actually what it's called. But it just drills in a larger hole. I'm going to put that on my mark. I've drilled all the way through my base and made a mess. Okay, now what I need to do is turn this over onto my other side. I have already measured this out. This one is only 16 and a half, so I've got my measurements here at 8 1/4, And I've marked my center, and I've already marked my holes just as I did on this first piece. So I'm going to turn this over and place it. And then I'm going to spin this around until I find, here's my hole. I've lined up my hole, and I'm going to find one of my marks. I have to look very closely, and it's getting kind of dark out here. And hopefully, if you've got a magnetic screw driver, you can get that in there and screw that right into the hole. Okay, then we're going to line everything up just by pushing it into place. We will spin it around, check our hole, and we will line everything up again. Spin this around, find our spot, put our screw in, and again, screw that. When we are done, I'm not going to do all of them to save some time. When you're done, you've got your Lazy Susan screwed in, and it spins around just fine. Anyway, that's my first video. Hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you learned something. Thank you. Bye.